for tomorrow? Good for tomorrow night?
Yes.
Okay.
I am. 6:30, right?
Yes.
Sounds like it's just gonna be a casual conversation more than
I
it
think
is.
so, yeah.
That's so
I think
mean.
so.
Anything else?
We don't need to do any slides or anything, do we? I don't think so. Okay.
We'll just go ahead and talk.
Words heard,
I think it'll be
Mr.
better.
Clerk.
Yeah.
Words heard.
You're gonna,
Oh, you got
kids,
your
you're gonna
card?
those kids are gonna get bored by a slideshow.
I
I
also
did
got
that
a
for
memory of an
third
elephant.
graders.
Yeah, they didn't like it. Oh, you did,
Let
so
the
you did
record show.
PowerPoint for that?
I did.
Okay.
But it was real simple.
Okay.
It was so
Yeah,
simple.
yeah.
but,
Pictures, lots of
yeah,
pictures.
they were more excited about getting those little coins than they were. making
Well,
the-
let's bring some coins.
That's what
Let's
we
bring
need to
some
do,
coins.
yeah.
Let's bring some coins.
To
Can
what?
we get some coins? We have a thing we're doing tomorrow night at Boy Scouts. Can we get
Tomorrow?
some coins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Don't
have all
let
the
us
coins
leave.
you
Don't
want.
let us leave here without getting them. Okay, we're ready. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Pre-council meeting of the City of Homewood from February 9th, 2026. Councilor Simmons.
Here,
Councilor Sims.
Here.
Councilor Lane, out. Councilor Armstead.
here.
Mayor Andrews.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Okay. All right, everybody. Well, good to see everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. We will get started with our agenda for our pre-council meeting for February the 9th. We have no old business, and so we will move right into our new business. And so I think if it's okay with everybody, unless anybody has any objection, I think all of this is going to move out to council. Everybody okay? Our attorney's okay with that?
06, 02, 26 needs to be held.
Oh, okay, yep, perfect, yep, nope, yep, you're right, absolutely. Okay, perfect. But everything else can go out, right? Yep, okay. All right, well, we'll start with 010226, request for permission for Miss Alabama Organization to use the council chambers for annual meeting, brought to us from our city clerk, Mr. Seegers.
Yes, so the Miss Alabama organization reached out to me about, they want to have a meeting here in our council chambers. It's just a meeting, it'll be from 8:30 to 12 that day. And I personally think it's a great thing to do. They're located here within our city. They've agreed to sign an indemnification agreement, facility use, and I just thought it would be a goodwill gesture for us to do this and have possibly a collaboration with Miss Alabama and our mayor and our city council to do events, and so that's basically it.
What was the date on that, you said?
I will.
The resolution says that it starts 8 a.m. March 6th
Yes.
until 5 p.m. on March 7th.
Awesome.
They had asked for the day before.
Yes, they wanted to come in on a Friday night, set up, and then Saturday morning begin the event.
Awesome. All right. Any questions?
Great opportunity.
Anybody else, any questions? There we go. There we go. Thank you, Nick, for that, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I have that right here. Yeah, any other questions? Okay, everybody okay to send this out to council for approval?
Yes.
What's that look for, what's that?
Because Bo brought it.
Little skepticism there. Skepticism, there we go, okay. All right, moving on, next item, 020226, request for permission to work in the right-of-way at 907 and 909 Frisco Street to connect to existing sanitary sewer manhole. And let me be the first time ever to say Amy Zeri and say her name correctly for the first time in 4 months. So Amy Zeri, rhymes with Larry. Come on up, Amy.
We have a representative from Shoal actually to speak on the project.
Awesome. If you will sign in and give us your name.
Yeah,
Thank you.
what's that name?
It's Matt Sims, Shoal,
Thank you, Matt.
SIMS.
Thank you.
Matt, as you're signing in, sorry, I have one quick question to reconcile with Bo and attorneys. The resolution says 905 and 909, and the item says 907 and 909. Can we confirm the address on that?
I can do that. I sent an email over to Amy and Wyatt last week confirming those address numbers. Amy, do you have that pulled up? It's in my email. I don't remember them exactly. which they
Okay,
are.
well, we can hold on that and get the answer in a second.
Yeah, it's whatever the current addresses are that City of Homewood determined. But essentially what we were doing, so we've already gone through Planning Commission on this. We've gone through permitting on combining 3 existing lots on Frisco Street into one and extending the paved portion of Frisco Street to the point that each lot can be served by that. As part of this, though, there is no direct, and when I say direct, I mean directly in front of or behind sewer access to both these lots. There's an existing Jefferson County Environmental Services manhole to the southwest corner over here, and a 10-foot wide public alley that runs along the back of both of those properties. What we are proposing for this, and the reason that we are here, is we are running 2 sewer laterals, one from each lot, to run in the alley to be able to tie to that manhole. Jefferson County has already said they will accept our design on this if we can get a statement of approval from the city allowing us to run these laterals and tie in that way. Normally, this would be a direct, like if we were in this lot here, we would tie directly into the main or to the manhole. But because it has to run a distance, that's why we're here before y'all tonight.
Amy,
And the addresses are 905 and 909.
Okay, so the resolution is correct then. Great.
Of course.
Anything to add to that, Amy, as far as, or Mr. Smith?
These are force main laterals, which also make it a little unique. So that it's not a gravity feed into the line, so they're under pressure.
That's correct.
Yeah, which is unique and challenge.
Yeah, it's not our desired configuration, but because of the topography of the lot in relation to the manhole. The other option would have been to extend the sewer further down there, but there's a lot of hair associated with that, including property owners and such,
Yeah.
when in reality, we can make this work on the private side if possible.
And that's for 2 houses, it's for 2 homes?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Any questions?
I do have a question as we're looking at the site plan. It does, and this is obviously related to the Frisco Street side. The question is not necessarily the alley, but in continuing to look at design for this construction, have you been able to identify a turnaround? I mean, at the end of this street, I know that continues to be an issue with the neighbors on that road and the narrowness of that road due to the topography, and even servicing Frisco Street has been a problem in the past. This will add 2 more residences, so just wanted to see if there's been any progress on possibly designing a turnaround of some type at the end of Frisco.
So as of right now, what we propose is more of a temporary situation until such time both of the houses are built. The intent is for both of the houses to share a single driveway that can then operate as a turnaround right now, or in the event that the city chooses to extend Frisco Street further on down. At one point, this was before I got involved in the project, my understanding is Frisco Street was paved all the way down into the next street, or at least to a point where there was a traditional cul-de-sac or some sort of turnaround area.
What, the next street is Grace, is that right?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
St. Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The fire department, when, not you, Matt, but when the property owner came and asked for permission to improve the right-of-way, one of the challenges for him was to get the fire department on board. And so the fire department and the property owner agreed that a hammerhead would be necessary between the 2 future homes. So that's the turnaround piece of it.
There was that, but there's also the challenge of grade of getting to this area. Before, like the existing Frisco Street is not compliant with a fire truck being able to get down the street as it is. So one of the waiver that the fire department gave was that each home that is built, moving forward on this, is required to have a residential sprinkler system for that, and that's one of the conditions of developing these lots.
What about garbage?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm asking too, about the turnaround, because that'll be just additional properties to service, and I believe garbage is currently backing out down Frisco when servicing. And this will be even further down, so that's why I was wondering if
Sure.
those type accommodations
So if I can add
are
on
being
that,
made in design.
So the road work was already permitted. This
Yeah.
got a variance from council, I think, a few years ago.
They got permission from council a couple of years ago
That's
Yeah.
right.
to improve the right-of-way.
So all of the road work has already been permitted. There's some minor revisions that are being made to the engineering drawings. So this
So
is
that- this
kind
is
of
a-
separate, yeah.
This is not.
It is definitely separate. I guess just because you're here, I did want to ask if
Yeah.
there's been any design progress, because obviously when the homes are sold ultimately, everyone on the street will benefit from the ability to trash, for garbage and other services to be able to go down, and at least there'll be a turnaround spot, because you can't, there's no 3-point turn there, really, there's no,
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted
Yeah,
to.
and the challenge
an
with it
update.
right now is you already have an existing street that doesn't conform to any of your subdivision regs, grade-wise, right-of-way width-wise, paving width-wise. It's working with what we currently have at our disposal at the moment.
The garbage trucks are backing out of it. Wow. Skilled.
Even getting onto this street is a challenge, given the orientation with the intersection down here.
That's right.
Because I don't think, you can't just turn left into
That's
into
right.
this area right here.
Running out of lots to go to Homewood, for sure. Everybody's right there.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to ask because you were here. So,
Sure.
but you're correct. It's not related to this immediate request.
Good question.
Thanks, Amy.
Any other questions? All right, we will take this up again next door at 6 o'clock.
Tonight?
Yeah, right, everybody okay with that, or do you wanna wait? It's up to you guys, your call.
I don't see a reason to.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I don't have a problem.
Excellent. Thank y'all. See y'all at 6.
All right, next item, 030226, request for permission for a tent in the city right of way in front of Track Shack from February 19th through February 23rd. This, Nick, you will remember, we've done this the last 2 years. This will be our 3rd year. No, I'm sorry, I don't work at Track Shack. But this is in lieu of, we used to have Mercedes Marathon. They would always have a big discounted sale that was always at the expo, and ever since Mercedes went away, this is sort of their just keeping something going on that particular weekend. And so it's out from the 19th through the 23rd. I think you guys just have the resolution that we've had for the last 2 years, and so just changing the date. And it's just a big sale in front of Track Shack where everything's half off. So any questions about that? And we're gonna send this out tonight because of the time on that, so. Okay. All right, and there's an indemnification agreement, right? Yeah, okay, all right. Perfect. Okay, next item, 040226, request to declare a 2020 Chevy Tahoe surplus with a VIN number, brought to us from Mr. Graves in our fleet maintenance.
He's at home tonight. He has been battling.
Oh, no,
So,
oh, no.
I talked to Blake earlier today.
Okay.
This is just a vehicle that we had that was totaled out, and we have to surplus in order to recoup insurance.
Okay.
So,
All right.
that's it.
Okay, and again, if you guys are okay with that, I think we'll have a vote for unanimous consent tonight, and if everything's okay, we'll just send it on out tonight, unless anyone objects. Oh, we're going through this pretty fast. Okay, let's see. Next item, 050226, request to amend the budget for Mercury Associates for fleet maintenance study. We've gone, oh, Sam just walked out, okay. Mr. Smith, you want to talk to that?
Perfect timing.
Yep. You're up then.
Yeah, so. So the city, under the new form of government, really wanted to take a look at our fleet. We've been talking about it for years, how that works. So we needed a consultant to come in and provide a data-driven assessment of the city's fleet, budgeting and replacement planning, control costs, that kind of thing. So we got a proposal from Mercury Associates. They only do fleets, and they do them nationwide. Fleet management, they're a fleet management consultant. And so their proposal includes 3 tasks. One is a 360-degree assessment of our fleet operations, our current fleet operations. I'll back up for a second. Sam and I first reached out to Mercury, and we received the proposal, and then we got Blake on board, and Blake loves the idea. He said that this is going to help him really figure out how they can be better and more effective as a department. So what Mercury's going to do is they're going to show up probably on a Monday night and stay through Friday, and meet with all the departments, be inside of fleet management, for most of the time that week, understanding how they operate. They're going to figure out what vehicles we have currently, and if any of those can be shifted to other departments or or be able to reassign them or remove them from the fleet. They're also going to do benchmarking against national best practices and identify operational and cost savings opportunities for us. And then the second task is fleet right-sizing. They're going to analyze the vehicles by department and then help us figure out replacement avoidance and potential cost savings there once we right-size. And then the third is policies and procedures. Blake said that he was able to find the policy manual that he had, and he thinks it was written in hieroglyphics. And so that is something that's like super old, so they're gonna rewrite our policies and procedures manual. And then this is gonna take about 3 to 6 months, but by the time we begin to budget in April or May, they're already gonna have a preliminary report that will help inform our budget decisions moving into next year. This study, this consultant fee is $44,250. It was not budgeted last year, so this is gonna have to be money that comes from carryover fund balance out of the general fund to pay for it.
And this was a company that Sam had used, is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
They used them in Mountain Brook. I think they've used them in Hoover and Vestavia Hills and potentially Pelham.
I wish Andy Gwaltney were here to hear this.
Yeah,
He's
we
so
have,
happy.
I think we have
Yeah.
over 300 rolling stock,
Yeah,
and which is probably too many for a city this size.
Yeah.
And so this is really gonna inform how we make decisions around the rolling stock moving forward.
great. And can you also inform a little bit about how we used to have the departments that manage their own fleets, and now we have Blake, you know, for those who don't know, you may know this, but you may be repeating information, but I think it's good information to share.
Yeah, and Bo might be able to jump in and help me, because I might not know all of it. But last year, or for this budget cycle, every department used to manage their inventory of vehicles and would pay to have the vehicles maintained. And we've centralized fleet into Blake's department. But what that has also done is you've centralized one thing, but when you do that, Blake doesn't understand really all the needs of what Public Works needs or what police departments needs are. And so this kind of helps with that centralization of service.
Nice.
Is that it?
I got nothing to add.
Okay.
Well done.
10-10, no notes. Good job.
I'll say, I guess as a note, talking about this and looking at it, centralized fleet, our opportunities to improve the fleet would come with the data-driven analysis of this, and so it feels like the right thing to be doing to make sure that we are doing the right thing with the fleet, even despite the total count of rolling stock, but also those practices and procedures and how that might actually save us money in the long run.
Absolutely, yep.
Yes. Great.
And fuel recommendations is a part of it. What Blake keeps in stock is a part of the recommendation, so they know that when a vehicle breaks down, that they need those certain parts.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Blake's excited about it.
That's great.
good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. All right, any other questions? All right, and again, without objection, we will take that up next door at 6. And then our last item, we're gonna carry that item over, 060226, request for permission. Okay, again, just wanna clarify, this is an ordinance, right? This is a no parking ordinance, so the name of this item is incorrect. We put a yellow stripe as a result of an ordinance, so that is incorrect. So the request for permission for no parking ordinance on the curb at Linden, brought to us from Counselor Lane, and we will wait for him to return to finish that conversation. So we will carry that item over without objection.
Sounds
That's
good.
it. Yeah, that's quick. That's it. We'll adjourn until 6 o'clock.
Thanks.
Thanks.